Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about college basketball. If you have any thoughts on the new AP poll that came out yesterday, please feel free to let me know. If you have an opinion on who you think is the best team in college basketball right now, please feel free to let me know. But before I get into that, let me say that if you talk about college basketball, you can look right now and there's actually legitimately probably 10, 11, 12 teams who have a chance to win March Madness as it stands right now, if nothing changes with their personnel and coaching staff and all that. And then you look at the NBA. I was talking to a coworker of mine last night. He asked me who I thought right now was going to win the NBA Finals, and I said, well, it's 5 months away. I'll think about it at least, come April when the playoffs start. Right now, I ain't even thinking about the NBA Finals. It's too far away. Too much could happen. And he rattled off 5 or 6 teams that he thinks have a legit chance of winning the NBA Finals. You can look at the NFL right now, and you can name probably 5 or 6 teams that have a legitimate chance to win the Super Bowl because there's not a dominant team. They're all pretty much even. Any of them could win or lose on any given weekend. And that's the one thing college football needs. Any other sport, you can give multiple teams a chance to win it all. In college football, you can go ahead in August before it starts and name off 4 or 5 teams, and one of those handful of teams is going to win it all. But anyway, on to the new AP poll that came out yesterday. Again, if you have any thoughts on it, please feel free to let me know. Gonzaga is the new number 1 team in the country. It had been Baylor for probably about a month, if not longer, but then Baylor had a tough week last week, losing to Oklahoma State and Texas Tech. So Gonzaga is the new number 1 team, followed by Auburn, Arizona, Purdue, and Baylor falls to number 5. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, Auburn being ranked number 2 drives me crazy because they're on probation. They're going to have fans wondering, how good are we? Could we win it all? And I'm sure they're going to have fans that's going to try to do what Central Florida did in football a few years back and claim they won the national championship because of the fact they're ranked so high. What if the season ends and Auburn finishes ranked number 1? Who's to say they couldn't win it? Do they have a legitimate chance to win it if they could play in it? Yeah, they do, but they can't. So what's the point in getting their fans' hopes up and ranking them that high? Duke is number 6, Kansas 7, Wisconsin 8, UCLA 9, and the Houston Cougars round out the top 10. And then Villanova, who has won 2 national championships in basketball in the last few years, is number 11. Kentucky is 12, coming off their 107-79 win over Tennessee on Saturday. They shot about 70% from the field, which is the best they've shot in probably 20 years. It seemed like everything they threw up Saturday went in. LSU is 13th, followed by Michigan State, and the Iowa State Cyclones round out the top 15. And then we've got USC, Illinois. The aforementioned Texas Tech, who beat Baylor last week, is 18th. Ohio State, 19th. And Xavier rounds out the top 20. And 21 through 25 is Providence, Loyola, Chicago, that team that everybody thought had a chance to win it a couple years ago. They're right back right now at number 22. And then we have Texas, Tennessee, and the Yukon Huskies rounding out the top 25. I know Baylor had that tough week last week, losing to Oklahoma State and Texas Tech, so of course they've got to fall in the polls. You can't go 0-2 and not fall. But I'm still not convinced that they're not the best team in the country right now. But of course Gonzaga has 2 losses, but both of their losses came early in the season, and they have not lost since then. So wouldn't it be something if the national championship game in college basketball came down to Baylor and Gonzaga for the second straight year? But I do think outside of Auburn, who cannot qualify, that Baylor and Gonzaga are the best two teams in the country right now. I know Purdue is ranked number 4, but Purdue is always good in college basketball every year, but come tournament time, for whatever reason, they just disappear. So until I see Purdue actually do something in the March Madness tournament, I'm never going to put any trust in Purdue. Purdue in college basketball is just like the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. They're always good in the regular season, but then when it comes time for it to count, for whatever reason, they just vanish. I don't know why. So maybe this year they'll actually do something and give me a little trust in them, but until then, I can recall back to the days when Gene Cady was their coach, and I'm going back a long time ago. But even when Gene Cady was their coach, they were top 10, top 15 every year, and then come tournament time, they'd be out in the second round. I don't know why. That's just what they do. So to me right now, it's clear the best two teams in the country are Gonzaga and Baylor, excluding Auburn, because what's the point talking about a team that can't do anything? Any thoughts on the AP poll in college basketball, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. What does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.